for higher juicy news. Mima Obibia Akwaba. Latest hot news. Aramede bro. Now answer and something in Ababano. So we subscribe ya bomodi and say over subscribe to channel. Now I like video don't give us a thumbs up now fi share my wofufro so na when you be here now and somewhere so ewo Ghana memoir. Afi ye share a year and somewhere abeto yepono so yetie a year report here about to your sansemi muma yenti.
On the fight against corruption, this government came in with the campaign called Oral. Over the past year, there are those who say that Oral has failed. What's your reaction?
It's one of those things that people say without any basis. You know, if you say Oral has failed, what should Oral have done at this point? Line up people and shoot them because they've been accused of corruption. Is that what they mean by
prosecuted, jailed, and collected money from people?
Tell me, is nobody being prosecuted now for corruption? There's no one being prosecuted.
I mean, there are people being prosecuted. So then, what's
the basis for saying now? And when you take someone for prosecution, must the judgment be summary? Must the person be prosecuted, convicted, and imprisoned the same day you take him to court? Before you say that.
But how many oral cases are being looked at now?
There are so many of them. The buffer stock case is in court. The national service case is in court. There's a case involving Wontumi that is in court. The Sky Train case is in court. The National Signals Bureau case is in court. And there are quite a number of them are also in court. There are also many of them that have reached what they call docketing stage. So dockets are being prepared. And that's when sufficient evidence has been gathered, they will go to court. That is the process that you use to punish corruption. So when you say Oral has failed, exactly what it says that should have been done, that hasn't been done. I know that close to 100 people have been investigated. Some have been given bail. After that, you put together your evidence. Then you build a case through a docket. Then when you are convinced that you have sufficient evidence, you go to court. You charge the person and put the person before a court. Now, the reason why you take the person to court is that you, the one accusing the person of wrongdoing, does not become the judge over the case. So you take it to a neutral body to examine the evidence you say you have. Then the person who you have accused is also given the opportunity to state his or her case. If the judge finds that indeed sufficient explanation has been given for the accusations, he lets the person go. If on the other hand, it is shown that there's really no credible answer to the charges, the person then gets convicted and then serves whatever punishment the court deems necessary. This is the defined process. So when somebody says Oral has failed, you have to let them explain what they mean by Oral has failed. So when we catch somebody who is accused of corruption, what exactly must be done to the person that has not been done?
Maybe they expect the cases to move faster than they are.
Yes, but there's a need for thoroughness. So I suspect a minute that you stole this your shoe, and I've been bandying it about. Once I am in a position to take action, what I do is to question you. So where did you get this shoe from? You say, oh, it is from the process of your work. Then I say, no, I have evidence that you stole this shoe on this date. You say, no, that is not the issue. And I deny all charges. Okay, let's go to court. So I have evidence that you stole this shoe. I'll put it before a judge. You also say you have evidence I didn't steal it. You put it before a judge. The judge has to go through the motions to hear both sides and then make a determination. That is what Ghanaian law says. Ghanaian law does not allow that the moment I accuse you of stealing this shoe, I tie you to a stick and shoot you. That is not allowed by our laws.
But do you agree that some of it has also come from your side of government when we hear comments about deals being cut behind the scenes?
Which deals have been cut?
Well, that is what we are told. Have there been instances where...
So name one instance where a deal has been cut.
Well, you'd have to tell us whether or not
no deal has been cut. Absolutely none. You understand me? If someone cautions that, hey, make sure you don't go and cut a deal, it's not the same as saying that a deal has been cut. The president, who has final authority, says that he is not going to countenance the cutting of any deal. And so far, everybody who has been accused, against whom sufficient evidence has been found, has been put before the court, or is in the process of being taken through that system. So the criticism is not founded, it's not grounded. You know, the MPP itself. But
the AG himself had also given that impression. Apart from what the General Secretary of the party had said, the AG himself had also given the impression that there were those who were agreeing to return some of the monies.
But, Kamini, that is also allowed by our laws. The law allows that if I accuse you of some wrongdoing, and you think that, well, looking at the turn of events, you may end up being convicted and going to jail, you want to avoid that, you can make a formal application through your lawyers to the court that, okay, I accept that I'm guilty. So I stole this amount of money. I accept that I'm guilty. But I know that if I'm convicted, I may go to prison for 10 years. So if you would agree, I will return whatever it is that you say I have stolen in exchange for a mitigated sentence. It's called plea bargaining. It's not only in Ghana that happens. So then the state has to determine whether, rather than putting you on trial for all that length of time, and also having a situation where you could well be acquitted and discharged, I should not take the money that you say, or I've accused you of stealing, so that the state gets its money back in exchange for a lighter sentence. It happens all over the world. There's nothing illegal or wrong about it.
I agree, but
so, but except that
people think that it incentivizes rather than
it doesn't. You see, when you go to court, especially in criminal cases, the bar is so high. They say you must prove beyond reasonable doubt, such that if you are able to show reasonable doubt, even if there is other circumstance that may point to guilt, the court will let you walk. So any prosecutor will assess his chances and say that this matter it does not look as straightforward as it appears, and that rather than taking the chance of having this person walk free, let me take what I have accused him of stealing. It comes to the state, so the state gets his money back. But for the state to do that, you must accept that you have done the wrong. So you are found guilty, except that if you were going to go in for 10 years, they may say you go in for 3 years. So it's a mitigated circumstance, a mitigated sentence. That's what it is. But I'm saying that it is lawful. It does not mean that is what this government will do. This government has not done that. Indeed, the Attorney General disclosed that somebody came to him, someone who has been accused of stealing about 30 million cedis or so, said that they could return 22 million. He said, no, I won't take it. Because the person didn't want to accept that they were wrong, just so that he gets his peace of mind. He says, I'll pay you 20. That Attorney General turned it down flatly. So it's not like the Attorney General is going around taking plea bargains. So the critics who say these things must be fair to the facts and understand that the law is clear. And if you agree that one law should be applied, you can't say that another law should not be applied. So we are either a law-abiding country or we are not. So if an accused person makes a formal request, the request will be examined on the face of it. And where merit is found, it may be followed through. But as we speak, there's not one instance where anybody accused of corruption has done a plea bargain in exchange for being allowed to work. That hasn't happened.
Is this government disappointed in the handling of the case involving the former finance minister, Ken Ofori Atta?
There again, rule of law. It is regrettable that he was allowed to slip out of this country. By the time we were not in power, he slipped out on 4th January or so. We came to power on 7th January. Even though President Mahama won the elections on 7th December, he didn't have any power until 7th January. So there was nothing that he or the NDC government could have done about it. Now, we came into government. Now, the special prosecutor, who is set up by law, says that Mr. Ofori Atta has done A, B, C, D, and for that reason, he needs him for questioning and then for other actions to be taken. But Mr. Ofori Atta is not in this jurisdiction. It is only the Attorney General who has the power to make a formal request for Mr. Ofori Atta to be brought down to face these charges that the special prosecutor has leveled against him. That has happened. The Attorney General again on Monday disclosed, last week Friday, I beg your pardon, disclosed that indeed he has made that extradition request and that he expects that the process will be gone through by the American authorities and then Ofori Atta will come back. Beyond that, there's nothing untoward that has happened. Of course, we all wish that Mr. Ofori Atta was available, as others have been available, for him to be taken through due process. Because mind you, no matter what you suspect somebody to have done, the law says that they have to go through a certain process, and that is important, so that persons who have not done any wrong are not falsely punished, or are not wrongly, I beg your pardon, wrongly punished, which will be a travesty. It will be a terrible tragedy to put an innocent man in prison or impose any form of punishment on him when he has not done any wrong. So even if you think the person has done wrong, you must take him through the due process. As far as government is concerned, due process is being applied. Of course, there can be criticism of how slow it has been. There can be criticism of the special prosecutor's approach like all other public officials, they are subject to public scrutiny. So the public is allowed to express their views on their work. But as far as government is concerned, on the Ken Ofori Atta matter, we have done what has to be done, which is to make a formal extradition request once the proper processes had been triggered by the special prosecutor.
Is this political persecution or a genuine fight against corruption? Again,
how can Ken Ofori Atta shout political persecution? To begin with, the person doing the prosecution was an appointee of President Akufo Addo. It was his cousin, President Akufo Addo, who appointed the special prosecutor, not so. And the NBB was not known to appoint adversaries to key positions like that. So we also know about the special prosecutor's proximity to other relatives of Mr. Ken Ofori Atta. So on what basis are they shouting persecution? Indeed, it is not this government that is trying or that is seeking to prosecute Mr. Ken Ofori Atta. I'm aware that the Attorney General is looking into other matters relating to him, but we've not reached a point where you can say that you are going to prosecute him yet. But as we speak, the 78 charges that have been leveled against him have been brought against him by the special prosecutor, who is an independent entity created by Ken Ofori Atta's cousin, President Akufo Addo. On what basis then?
I mean, I see what you're doing, yes, but so we cannot extricate the government of the day from the process.
How so can we not be extricated? You tell me. How so? The people claiming persecution. Indeed, when Ken Ofori Atta was in power as finance minister, were members of the NDC not put before court? And why is he special? What is special about him? Why? Since the Fourth Republic began, or even before then, have several former public officials not gone through the same process that he is going through? Why would he single himself out? What is he being persecuted for? Who is doing the prosecution?
Well, because he's a political opponent.
No, I'm saying that. So when Ken Ofori Atta's cousin, President Akufo Addo, and Govt put the likes of Ato Forson before court, what were they doing? Was Ato Forson not the leading personality in Parliament for the NDC at the time? So what were they doing? Were they persecuting him or were they prosecuting him? If they can prosecute an opponent and there's not persecution, why should they be treated differently? We cannot paint different folks with different strokes. You understand me? And I don't think that it is proper that we entertain this sort of thing. It is a baseless accusation that has no merit, and same has to be dismissed.
Does this government see an extradition happening next year?
Well, at this moment, it's entirely in the hands of the U.S. authorities. I have seen people attempt to raise persecution. I don't think the American authorities simply renege on their responsibilities merely because we shout persecution. I mean, they know for a fact that Ghana is an open democratic society. They know that we have a time-tested judicial legal system. And they have representatives in this country. So merely shouting persecution does not absolve one from being held to account. We believe that the right things have been done on the part of government. And therefore, nothing stops the American authorities from extraditing Mr. Ken Ofori Atta. But of course, we agree that being a law-abiding society themselves, they will also go through certain processes to ensure that all the boxes are ticked. And once that happens, I'm sure that Mr. Ofori Atta will be well on his way to Ghana to answer the charges that have been brought against him by the special prosecutor.
3 petitions against the special prosecutor, Kweku Agyapong, 7 of those against the chairpersons of the Electoral Commission. Where is this government with that?
Well, as I indicated in a statement a couple of weeks ago, all 10 petitions have been forwarded to the Chief Justice. That is what Article 146 says, and the OSP's own act says should be done. That is where government's role ends in this particular matter. So the ball is now in the court of the Chief Justice to take the necessary steps going forward. Yeah.
It is easy to conclude that the current government may be using the same playbook of the previous government in kicking out Madam Charlotte Osei. Is that what you're doing? Absolutely not.
Of course, Madam Jimensa and the deputies have come under criticism from various quarters. In fact, lately they've even been criticized by the MPP. You see, all public office holders are subject to scrutiny. My performance as Minister for Government Communication is subject to public scrutiny. People can have their opinions about my performance. That is entirely separate from being held to account for alleged wrongdoing. That is why the Constitution makes it possible for persons who think they have a basis to demand the removal of these entities to go through a certain process. That process is put in place to ensure that the claims against the persons are looked into through a fair process. And then if it is determined that there is merit in it, it is upheld. If not, it is thrown away. Like happened in the case of Justice Yoni Kolendi a couple of weeks ago. Somebody brought a petition. The process was triggered. The Chief Justice looked into it, and no cause was found to carry it forward any further. And it was dismissed. You see, so this government does not have a difficulty. Madam Gyamfi was in office when we won, secured arguably the largest margin of victory ever under the Fourth Republic. So really, what really is there to antagonize her over? Nothing. Of course, it doesn't mean that persons within the NDC or without it do not have the right to criticize if they think that.
Is the NDC going after Gyamfi with
as far as I know, the NDC has not brought a petition against Gyamfi. The people who have petitioned are identifiable people. When the time comes, I'm sure she will know who her accusers are, and she will have an opportunity to confront them. But the NDC has not presented any petition against Madam Gyamfi or the special prosecutor or anybody else for their removal, despite the fact that we had serious misgivings about some of the things that were happening under her watch, under this. And we were entitled as a group to voice those concerns because we were a stakeholder in the elections. And if we find that there are processes that are being undertaken that unfairly disadvantage us or undermine the credibility of the process, we have the right to voice those concerns. And we did so without fear or favor. I'm sure going forward, we'll do so again if we find that there's anything untoward happening at the EC. And she herself surely would understand that political parties have the right to express their views on the process.
What happened to the petition against the now Chief Justice, Paul Bafuboni?
Well, I may have to check, first of all, if there's a petition. As far as I know, and I'm choosing my words carefully, right. I do not have any briefing that there's any petition against
all?
Him. Absolutely. Once I have that indication, I'm sure the people of Ghana will know. Yes.
But the minority caucus in Parliament had written to the government invoking the Right to Information Bill, seeking what processes had taken place since your government received a petition.
Well, again, I would have to see that RTI request. I have not cited it, so I'm not able to speak to it.
I see. Is that why the minority has not received any response at all?
But I'm saying that
because you haven't seen it.
I have not seen any RTI requests. Normally, if there are RTI requests, I would see them.
Okay.
There are a couple that I have seen that we've responded to. I have not seen this one. If I have any briefing at all on the subject, I'm sure the public will be kept apprised to the extent that the law allows it here.
Your office receives the petitions as well?
No, it will be addressed to a certain quarter, but I am likely to see it because I speak for government. So if a decision were to be taken on it, I would know for purposes of being able to engage the people of Ghana on it. Yes.
Do you worry about those who think that you may be covering up something?
There's nothing
you may
to cover
be preventing the process from going forward?
First of all, there's nothing to cover up at all. No, people can make all manner of allegations, but those who make allegations themselves must be held to strict proof. They must show the basis of this claim. So it's not every claim made by the opposition that needs to be upheld or even repeated. They have made many claims that have no merit. Some of them do not make any kind of sense. And so they have the right to say whatever they want. We also have the right to scrutinize what they say.
Are you telling me this because when you don't acknowledge a petition, it goes away?
No, it doesn't go away. The processes are clear. I'm saying as I sit here.
Well, if you tell us you don't have the petition, then there's no process to follow.
I have not seen any petition. If a petition comes, indeed, there were 10 petitions in respect of Gyamfi, her 2 deputies, and the special prosecutor. One day you woke up and we told you that these petitions have been sent to the appropriate quarter, didn't we? So if a similar one comes in against the Chief Justice or any other official, it will be acted upon. As I sit here, I do not know of the receipt of any petition in the office of the president. That is the honest truth.
I see. This government and leadership in Parliament had been on different pages as far as the office of the special prosecutor is concerned. On hindsight, what would have changed about that communication between the executive and the legislature?
The legislature does not need to inform the executive about what they do. We operate a system of separation of powers. The majority leader and the majority chief whip are not government officials. They are not. You could argue that they work in close collaboration with government officials to advance government's business in Parliament. But that's about where it stops. They are not government officials. They don't work under the direction of government or the president. Yes, we can argue that they may consult on some actions that need to be taken. But they were not in breach of any known law or convention whatsoever. They have a right to demand the removal of any official or the scrapping of any office that they deem redundant or ineffective. They have the right to do so. The president disagreed on that occasion. He stated it publicly and then requested them to take a second look at what they were doing. And they obliged him. That is all that has happened. really. So there's really no issue about operating on different wavelengths. Indeed, sometimes even internal disagreement is healthy. No organization should operate as a monolith. You know, yes, we may belong to one political party. We are bound by a single ideology, but that doesn't mean that we think alike on all issues.
But then it brought to question whether or not the executive was wielding an unusual control on the leadership of parliament.
Not at all. That's why it was a request. I issued a statement, right? So it was a request. I can request you to cease this interview. You may oblige me.
But you're the president. When you request me to cease the interview, I have nothing else to do but cease.
No, there was nothing the president could do to the majority leader or the chief whip if they failed to acquiesce.
Balance of power.
With balance of power.
The president is here, the leader is here.
True, but the president could not have taken any action against them. None whatsoever. You could argue that because we belong to the same party, it helps for consultation to happen and all that. But the point I'm making is that it was a request. The president, where he sits, may have more information than the majority leader and the chief whip. So if they are embarking on a course of action and he says that no, please pause, reconsider, let us do it this way, and you oblige me, there's nothing wrong with it.
Why did that have to be public? Why couldn't it be done behind closed doors?
Because the public needed to know the stance of government on this matter. And the president didn't think...
Why? Why did the public have to know?
Because for some time, there had been some public disquiet about the performance of the OSP or its functional necessity for that matter. People have said that the office should be scrubbed entirely. Others have said the OSP should be removed and all that. The president believes that it's too early in the day to making that clean, because this office has been there barely for 7 years. Forget about whatever flaws may have taken place when it was being set up and all that. But let us give it a chance to lend its weight to the fight against corruption. But the president does not think that the time is ripe yet for this kind of talk. And therefore, whatever legitimate reason others may have for wanting the office to be scrapped should not see the light of day now. And the president has said that publicly. He has gone a step further by engaging the majority leader and the chief whip to, step back from an action that they had initiated to scrap their office. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It actually shows that we are maturing as a democracy. That even internally, there can be disagreements about the way forward on certain matters. And it does not hurt government or the ruling party in any way. I think we should encourage more internal debates. If people feel strongly about their position, let them express same. And let it be subjected to analysis and criticism, so that the best way forward is achieved in that regard.
Na omanfo so sebi owura Collins Dauda yesi pani ne to san na e ko nkwala di ono sebi baabi awaduri ebere kakra na pani ne to asa na fe aba odi si koso na koso e be hye unkran ya bo abaso so na me gina we so na mako owura Sammy Gyamfi asemo a na no yenua Kojo Kyeremanteng na asemi na ma je se me nti ma je se nya dia meka bi kura san se MPP wo strategy bi. They always cause you onto a certain diversionary path. Instead say be body away who the road. Na omo diverted the course. Na fe attention na or the ya ukom na be ya no a na fe ade ne papa na e wo ho. Na fe adane say wo nam na oto ato. Yeah. But almost say na obonsam onim se wo fa Roman forso Owusu ama nyamsem so akata na ochame kwa no anyum bi osiwoku ni wiye afa kwa na agi semu yi nyankopon ahia no na wahia no we ni pebi wo wa yenka no yes ebi ti se Mahama he opa kofa ewiase nyina ya na ye ne ho obepie ti se sukyerema nyame na asira no Sammy Gyamfi sebi wadi ahe ade a wo ye no pani ntimi ye dabe wo panifo bebra omo Ghana ha ade a Sammy Gyamfi ye no opa aka panifo no be se wo ha ebom omo ntimi ye na wo che kwa de mo ntimi ye opa mo mfie du omo ntimi ye ade a Sammy Gyamfi de don hwe ana se bi asima ba ko be ye no opa mo mfie du omo ntimi ye na de na sebi eba ya sebi yese assemble le ba ya ma se chedwuma ase hwe ntumpan na de tie ne se nipa no oni nimdie nimnyansa e nipa a sabi de niam mienu na bobra nimdie e na nyansa we say put knowledge and sense and wisdom together to make sense. Only knowledge, only wisdom. Nimdie only be and a wisdom so only be. And they don't make sense. And in the other material says I Gyamfi try say obema or mokra are relevant to Ghana politics na Aremeyaw papa. Okay. It's I say what they said no didn't make any sense. Because on tia na all can say na me ko baby we is legon na me din komo ana everything penny for me akoye no say eh na enka person ka your friend is me say abe na Kojo Kyeremanteng na o press conference no one ko share Sammy Gyamfi or joy because joy dey say me fie aha so we ka chem say me dey say fato kan ni
the fatawan
ana kabiru na uwe ne nimu a asimo ka chem ni no anim gasie emfata kan ni
amen
na say Kojo Kyeremanteng pa be kwa Kojo anim gasie o Sammy Gyamfi anim de ene edi kabiru no
fan kwaje
o MPP ni agini
ya
penny pa MPP ni penny pa no ka chem say anim gasie emfata kan ni na wo be hajo mahama gudo mahama hu fia etimi de bepa me samre fie na me say opani o ka say kura che say adwene no emu ha eso ni ma yaka enti me so ho me na me baabi ono kura na mtim baabi na betra me nche o fi so obetimi de adwene wei abe fore enti no asema me kan nyina ne se board no akoye ade a etiti MPP amayukuo no a omahu se there is nowhere ometimi anya mu kabie bia because adwininku ene nyansanko na we de nyankopon adom do mahama aban a eba yi kan hu se okofie no sabi okoye adibia de ni friend correction nsiesie so tro bibi for classroom where assignment na utia na teacher tro so say correction it dey utia no go and correct them it nsiesie okofie no watira sia hu se da bi me man peni no na sin to bi wa ha na aha say na nka me ye me tricky ni kakra ka be yi route na me nam so a me fa ha ebesi ha no senka me fa ha enka beboa me empanifo si kwantia ye musuo ebi a me ko fa kwantia bi so e na ye musuo ma me tie se no ma me fa kwantene ne so for decades of our life as a country ye nyansa say ye gold a ye tu a eye fama gudi a eno na eye ye nsi ati ba ekwan be ne betimi afa so a ye betimi atowa nya so fa so mati mamu ni ga na ni omanfo anya so fa so it took Owura Mahama any Owura Sammy Gyamfi Owura Ato Forson any openia owo Bank of Ghana Dr. Siama eno mo tena si no mu si nkonya no mu se da bi ya to ye fama gudie ekwan boni so ama Ghana kwampo no ye nya ohamu titemu enum mpo meanwhile gold aye tuo de ya to nyina wo Ghana ha no kwampo no enu 5% of the gold deposit in this land of Ghana etikwa be ne be fa so omu so adua no mu come to conclusion say eni ese ne ye to ye kokoo no na ye fe bibi kokoo board no saa so ne ye fa so ne ento the gold and I mean no ka say your foreign reserve I do say 13.8 billion that's the reserve so gold board
record time
o nyan faso say ya adwumaku a o nyan faso but twi de be kasa faso sika say na beto futuo
916
sika say no mo so e de twi futuo I said the ultimate near man at the Kojo Kyeremanteng. Your mam Bosome sign a won't feel what you. Na Bosome sign as an Gyamfi dia de wayi. What is our Bosome film fear what you are? Bosome sign abenya. What ha? What to a papa su? Bawumia nam baby. Uni didie honi wie no we ka honi wie na afei kwa sake kankwa. Kwa sake kankwa. Na wasuna we koye sei na what me akoye press conference ade ni munyama brega na ma mfaso kese abaga na ne dollar eso atia ma se bi gadi ni tinya sikati mi kodwa so we know a good board and the proper management of the economy. Na se bi uni betira na uni sika ya ba akonma na dia etimi boga na fo akonma me etimi nya sika to futuom timi di bi ya kwan timi di bi ya no go dra no say so sika na IMF na wa wuti wa kan IMF asem no kwa wo mfere but this institution da bia me kan wasem say ye de no si ye de bebo ye bra ye be ti sese bi papa hwi apa bia wo ye pani to a wa mo bra da bia wo de wo sa pan no akosere no abedi na akosere no abedi eti good board ba ya sika the timika say ya bebe ya ho akwa eti anefe na sabi adwini we edani petrim e de pretumi abedi o manso me de bia me ka che o so mo nka hyen kogu me sum de me bi nto o mo de mo de ya ga na free na me ya adu a etina and the first anniversary of Ghana's second independence. Na me have metina. We are missing ya ma wafade anya fufuo. We are Ghana ni ma wafade anya fufuo. Yes. Because etina pepe na Ghana for ye fi kwa sumu a yakwa ni ye kwa e wo ye mamu no. Na the slave masters Akufo Addo ni Bawumia eno na pamfo. Yari aba o mamu Ewu se fa na mu nyina obi agija. Ewu na nyina egu. Bi pe tempintin kwa. O se wo Ghana ni. Be ho ani mu a. Tempintin kwa na wo tini we. Entini sa de tuo e be to so. Ama wo twia wo yanwe na e ba wi ase no ho tuo covid levy. Sa adwini we na de Akufo Addo ni Bawumia tirim. Edi kwa sumu. Efie wotwe tenye onyankopon na dum arakwa eno ye ya dum eni ye fi kwa sumu a nyankopon nam ne ba to mahama so ebe ye fi kwa sumu a
Kieda so hwe ho
kieda so won kwa sumu etimi ni Ghana fo nyina achina ya fadie nyina ye fufuo obi bia wo ya Ghana ni ma papa no so do man pade a achina mo afadie nya fufuo we na aduro ne yekoye we de eyo man no e na ye gina o man na namu ne ya bontoa a kire Nyankopon se Nyankopon ye de wase o na ya si den tumi nsa o ya ye ntumi nsa de na mi aya magana o
little well
ya si da be ye den na sa ya si den tumi nsa o ya ye ntumi nsa
little well
ye na mi aya magana do so ya si da be ye den na sa accident tumi nsa da
praise the Lord
akoye na kopon fa so o di ye fi nkwaso ni akoye ni paba sabi ye pon fi ha ni e ko fi a ube twani ahwe watia bi o akosa gatem ni pa bonfo be di ye so so ni pa boni di o man ni bre o man ni si apinisi ye sie bintin kwa ya tie amani hura ye hu Akufo Addo ni na MPP fo nsa no amam bofo man na sebi pensioner obi a pension na wono akofia obi ni sika kakra to wo so ma di ni sika amam penifo akuku da na wuwu amam boyefo awudifo amamu ni nyame ye firi a ya accident ni nsa da ami hiso obi MPP ni a na no me mo bo wa yira oyo yiraba na Yakupon na sida yesi yensa dey sa na me so nsada so young people ni na wudini say ade a mo ye mo de ye Ghana fo no wutimi pa ho chew wutimi catch Ghana fo say ye pa mo chew say ye mo wudi fo ye mo wudi sam ye wukrasam eche Ghana fo a na me hu so obi da so edi Kennedy Agyapong ati di Bawumia ati di Champion Kwaku Annan amu di omati a na me ya obey ordinary Sagana ni admitting what from Ghana banks in Nama and hotels in Nama and now the president yes you want from us say adwini so a ni bebre yo adwini so abodi ni bebre eni na mo na mo bre etimi de biguso na me bode wu MPP na ma yokuo ye ka de a tie bread no aman yokuo eya mamboye kuo MPP ye ni kwan say obi bia dom MPP eya mamboye kuo omo bom man se man tete man pansam ene do mama ba yi eti se di atena Ghana hanfie du sabi unika pe da bottom crown pro yeah upiem pro aja wo de anigye ne seye kofie ene omo ye adwuma mpo kane no mu so se omu so ai ene petrol na say obi peso ade bi because na ma smile me na say smile o say smile ni di smiler e say papa o say smile o ka baby na me aduma ye be ko 15 akoye ni na wotwe eti
now the Messi
Ghana ni na me aduma china the first anniversary of our second independence.
No question.
We were under slavery. We were slaves in our own country. Na me admetina na wa fadi enye fufuo. Shata fufuo. Na wo de ma wa kuma mu ni muade nyina nye awrade ayese wa yi wa fi nkwasum bi mu. Na wo hi de o ma wo ya akwa no slave master na ka che ni say mani agye wa awrade mu se me ye Ghana ni. Na Nyankopon obema ya fi baabia na ye wo no e de akoma pon ma bia. Ebedu baabi no sabi se ne na ye ka no. Enuma bebu bibia be ye bebre akwanya wudu anansanyam jomama bae afibaako woni kwan kra che Akufo Addo
oh yes yeah
road minister adwuma wo ye minister ben me kan na me sabi tu ye nyina yefo ahobrase no wa ma wani anawa president Akufo ne kan power will trick you mo ma ye me ye ho ase omo a ye fro omo a momfa mo call ufa call na enye hwe me pa cho frame e chirei ana text me na ye den we minister we nyame we CEO we nyame we deputy CEO Peter there is not a single time our friend awanfa and that's what you na make we friend one from power be text you be am meeting na flow back ebi ko na bibia na check up on you ebi na grassroots ni bibia ko e ha na adwe bia o person onya nchiremu bi se no enye stop behaving like MPP ministers and appointees.
Listo.
NDC nko and MPP nko. Me buy am me no strike akwa me who say NDC mo down soon. The ministers the way obe hu wa efekeke. E ma ye sabi MPP minister for ma me nya me bourgeoisie NDC bourgeoisie ni.
Asemi ya
wo mo pani no Rajo Mahama akwa na ochia no nsuowura na ochia no pa hu fi wase obechia me
asemi ya
o sada okra na opeda
asemi ya wo kan memfa ketwe nsoso there is adie bi koso under axle load which is under Ghana Highways Authority
yeah
now there was one guy bi and your friend Majid na owakom MSC ano ojina court for chrono under axle load.
I think you mentioned it before.
Matisse ye yiga no de ne ko keta se won ko he ho. Emma Ghana Highway Authority a committee.
Emma, there was a serious banter between the CEO and the general managers for Axolotl. Now, yete asem no say the Majid eko ketano. Yeso imagine letter no. I decided to call the CEO of Ghana Highway Authority. You see a friend of Malam Issa Sasai. And when him say, I have been calling the man for more than 2 weeks on pick a call. My throw messages upon messages. One reply mu back. Emma me control bibi crow Facebook. But me catch Malam Issa ene. Sese womu edi Majid ekoketa. Na brantie no wo make sika.
Majid na ono okabo a edina court.
Wono dina court kwese si ame na okase. Awakom yayi na free ho. Ama sese yi wono kura no ya suspend no a. Ensese ba bi Axolotl kura wono okọ. Na mate se Malam Issa no ene sa lady na owo Axolotl no postu no ko amomu konyi nipa no owo akọ ayi ketano a wonu na wo make sikama government no omu konyi na firi ho na omu di Majid krofo akose ho na Malam Issa ya hweye.
These things will not be
sa wonu supervising no supervising over this corrupt people no ne ka hwontie no no fra na wonfa no se wanhweye no ma de koso no koso na me intel ebo mama ne say this transfer ekoso a there will be a serious demonstration.
In fact, to help solve these problems, no, I would say good governance advocacy for Yaya Abibi say the number be betuja in subsequent programs.
Okay.
Sa number no, number the debe report to be a oya abaya point here o di dream.
Okay.
Because yen tina ho ma betting me say beduasa.
Yo.
NDC abanya ewohoi abanya eye Ghana for sebi yakoma so ade a Nyankopon de amayen na yen pese de betwa mitia
na wo Malam Issa no one nam ho tam NDC ni bre ye no a ye botawuro na ye tie egum na wonam he ena ya mo si o Ghana Highway Authority eti de open na mote wa moye mo nya no fena
sebi ba ko so ensa ensu na me kata enunti na penifo se ba ko we du a ebu sebi John Mahama onu nko entimi nye president enye vice enye minister enye CEO enunti na wa appoint obi bia wo ba bi owo no na sebi oye ba akofo enye bibia ekoso wo ba bi na obehu enti ye de line bi betudwa ya obi ye bibia ye dwurum bia what about bre sideline by way of text messages, WhatsApp, whatever what the na yabo exire yakwa komo mpani
yo
enti bosumi bia de ebenya no de be compile ne yakwa mpani se na be ya de ohu obehu ebi o krampa o de ba ya ye hwe na very sensitive a de be ko e be make sure say de be ko o mpani so o yesu tiefo ya na so da form because so wotie de ekoso o ba bi na one way ya wadwen you be tempted to believe say hey o mpani kro bia na o ni bibi ebi kwa na onim se ne be ya NDC betina ba mu ache na wo metimi aboa maga na mpuntuo ne nkoso akoso na adu mpempenso a sebi ye betimi anya de yepe wa ban ho nti no ye de sade ne be ba betudwa but se ne wo de atudwa yi be gidi se o mampani ente obeti konkon sade enya de papa we wo de atubadwam enti akukọ nso ka ontu bedwam ba akukọ tu bedwam ana opese obi ahu ni kosua ni kola enti se we kosua fufuo na ato ya obi ahu enti we de pani anim so ahwene ati a ebi nyira enti ni gidi se o mampani wakan obeti na de ekoso no ohun MPP for strategy bi oba bedada o se minia o de wo obehwe ohun o kasa obehwe po na o ka che se wo de mpa bibi nkofie wo fie fo be di watem
ye nwure mo na Peter so ko
make sure say MPP ni efutuo ya o de ma wo e ya hitofel nyansa mane nyankwase asem anya sa ebedu baabi no na wakotie futuo no na wo de akobọ kro no na wo ne na ye pɛ wo besa gina wo kro no a wabɔso e de aba be campaign e de atia wo ebi wo Ghana ni be ka se million no ye pɛ but the difference is clear. MPP ni NDC, the difference is John Mahama.
Good.
One year can be for a ne.
Okay.
With Muma Sabiano and yet mo guide. The idea no o share the kind of nanti.
Boama, that's Yancha Ghana for you. Nchia metema shipyard. My phone na me ankasa boss CEO or Tama shipyard Alaje Osman Suleimana anything nyina nyimre ya den chiaso no kon emobia na ya ma obibia so afisha fa me nchia list wen so list lo ebo dwuma pa ene na dwuma ekuo no me nuana na ye kasa wa achie meka good book kakra ama kan 1 year no so kakra
okay
because me the video be buy nti me kan good body we are ya boss video no
okay
omo bibi Ghana for best sram pa ani di baby a yadu o man yo no o man pani dun dramani mahama mamuni afana ne yani na ban na yani na de aban na Ghana for ni na da say ye benya president a obeba ye ka aman ne yo a na ye ka niama so tetienzam na ye ka yesi kasema eden ekwanim MPP for the ekoso no a biggest shock in their life Ghana for muntemi yepa the biggest shock of their life awomu mubida omo nkasa no mo dwene ho a ene no 2025 ne kwa wiye no omo dwene ho a omo nti ase ekwan a NDC ne papa Dom Mahama afaso kura oman no oman a na omasa no na yedi yankodu amana donko no omanya no mama na tete apansam omanya no mama na ye peche troka wo de koye dwama so kora ne ye nto no sa omanya MPP fo jande to ho no a ene yewura John Mahama enna pamfo nyina kaye kaso bom ede omanya sibrane ene sedi omanya kwaye fe a internationally yenya no nyam ewo wiase ne afana nyina no papa bibi aka people
okay
and no matna sia me be mamo just Ghana bomu tenie we afana just MPP for kwatna sia no mo se ade ba ko a in economics ya fa bibi homegrown policy
okay
oh IMF for nam hosa no omudi omoda yeso nyina ne se de bi Africa for ne Ghana for ebe depending on IMF.
Okay.
The IMF who say on my bit to say Ghana aye down wo no ye de hihye ya friend homegrown policy a ebema on my na ade ye ho ye de ba pe na chese ebebre wo mo enwuma na omo ye den omo ye na se
na so mo so bo mo sia
exactly et na chese on my Ghana afi no e na se empre no abani ye hihye ye bia edema yade ye ho a yenko IMF biem enti MPP funa da dwene no mo se gold board wa yewura John Dramani Mahama ede baye a wode yewura San lawyer Sammy Gyamfi ede ne koto ano no ensatraye ne nsankyerane a yewura Sammy Gyamfi de gold board na ye no sa MPP fo o man sori entia yewura Sammy Gyamfi a opposition amafo because on be 30 years omo be da opposition 50 years no anhwa asade the prophet na bebem
okay
Ghana for muntie ni o me se me mama just enti mo se MPP for kasa won akoye meeting na won mahu se ade anyansafo dumienu we have the men economic management team for no anyansafo dumienu a won mantumi amfa emfie nwotwe anye no Akokwa Sammy Gyamfi ade bosome be sedu ade abeye ade a anyansafo dumienu o mantumi amfa emfie nwotwe anye den anye entiene emfaso gold board ne die ba o my Ghana ama international fo hu se o my Ghana din sise ye biaba aye friend gold board a gold na o man ye wono enne ye di nyansa to ho a omanu enya so mfaso na ema oman Ghana fapem pa ama yesi kasama gina brane enti yan sore ne nkasa obibi a ye kwa MF ana de atoso biom enam saa yosunti no omampani John Dramani Mahama asini pia kase next year June ye ka IMF nhihye ye mu yankọ IMF biem no enti saa de no abo MPP for pusa ana ene omatwe wo mo nkranta wo Sammy Gyamfi so asaneti awanie
so Sammy na create
ai enti Ghana for mo te MPP for Kojo Ponkroma wo mo ye dedi a eye hurodo huradansam oman da ya assessment of say 4 years we there ye twa a ye den a 8 years NDC be sa den atwa biem na ye twa 8 years me say we a ana mo hihye ya ye ne Sammy Gyamfi na montu a wotu a edem fa so pa ne finance minister ye wura Ato Forson hihye a mo de gu boss and can sign the ase ne say mo abemu a mo yes gold for oil na PMC wo no gold ho seseye no mo de sika eko wura ma mo se mo ye gold fu seseye no de ene ya mo ka chan say ye loss no o ma penso no loss no na ye 4.8 billion Ghana cedis Ghana ni a wuti mo de busa nkunta ye o busa nkunta wi a na wa busa ho say enti de MPP for ye sabio ababen ni wum o ma penso no 2024 no o mo boka 4.8 billion Ghana cedis 4.8 billion for kasa so da chiri
4.84 billion
and this yaba and ya de Sammy Gyamfi akwato PMMC asesa na akwa ni gold board and na ye enkonta ye bu enkonta no ana enkonta na chirese ka ni e bono 4.84 billion Ghana cedis no and na ye free 4.8 billion Ghana cedis ya about 2.3 billion Ghana cedis and people fangoya sem trofo nsia mu say
ada na mo ka
Akufo sam wo krom hapa and people fangoya sem trofo say sem trofo nsia mu say adentina Sammy Gyamfi ate ka ne so every 4.8 billion Ghana cedis and odi about 2.3 billion Ghana for sam ne yane o eti Kojo Ponkroma dedi a waye and gold aboka ni nyina ne say omo pension omo Ghana foka 4.8 billion Ghana cedis for sanso da chiri ana Kwaku Annan Sammy Gyamfi ade sa 4.84 billion no every one yate so about 2.3 billion enti kabane say ana MPP for nya akokoduro si akoye press conference yakoye mfishofo chiamu yankotwe abrante Sammy Gyamfi so dawre so omo man na oboka
unim say
abranti a wo save wo man
oka within the 3 years program no mo ye
no
2022
yes 2023 2024
ebomu a omobo ka 80.99
billion I am telling you within 3 years and Akufo Sammy Gyamfi na medina dom o man Ghana abranti hihye ye ne ahofama wo de kwotena gold board aye hihye ye tu anamon aboa masa sika abafom enye sa abafom kwa ye wie ya anamon tu a wo 20 for the first time in our political history you can see the depreciation you can see the appreciation little well
aboka 8.
no be that our man Ghana say affliction ye hwe ye sika sam sidi no a ye kasa ye sidi depreciation na mom ye kasa ye sidi no appreciate e be sida na Ghana for mutie just to biom sa de we na people for class ya adwene a wo monti ase a enye ye da se eba ne sen na wo ye nko ade etua sa de we na montie de omo ye se sia no ma hunu se amamuo no a NDC John Mahama ne empenfoni bu no there's no way they can make any correct comparative analysis enti ye fa bibi e wo life no ye fa bibi katashe takashe enti Ghana for monti o the MPP for ye ne ye fa ne takashe omo hu se omo in argument form no de enti na kwa no a woni Sammy Gyamfi go tia ye no wo wie no asa tale ni wi ase a oba ye nyina communication na wakwa tough pan for Kwaku Sammy Gyamfi. And tell people for not say they cannot match us on any policy and records analysis.
Na so omo
de takase
o be ka den.
Die na wo beka. Enti de omo yesi wonnim wonti ase woti achie na woti oma obeka se ni MPP and this for na Sammy Gyamfi na Sammy Ghana for mesramo no kura biara nim Sammy Gyamfi Akufo Addo se wo man no na nei yinsid na ho de agina and na yan international reserve ebinsi da aye $13.8 billion. So $13.8 billion no MPP4 as at 2024 no na $6.7 billion. And na ya times 2 within our first year. Sanyama when MPP4 tnasia wo modwene ho a ensisi so mo ho. Say ye free obi economic desire. Ye free obi economic risky. Ye free obi say was nyansa kuku in terms of economics. Eba ne sana sanyansa ni nyina. The fantastic team. The solid team.
What a solid
the economics aya team. Sankofu ni nyina ye keka wo mubo mu nyina no. Ene records and end this year wa John Mama. Ene na pan for ye de ma o man Ghana no ebinsi da ye hu bi da. Na Ghana for montie. Sanka pipi na wa bemu. Ena nkasa records we wo manya records we ya ho. Enka this year timi nkasa okroma. Montie ni yo. Na NDC for me grassroots for you should be proud of yourself. Say young men wo breso and as unprecedented record we ye demo my Ghana. Say people for na wa bemu no munya sa record we mu half for crap and kadeda wo mu be ye wo krom ano. Enti nyame ya adoma etna 7th January 2026. Afi pepepe aye de president Mama si abamu. Ye nyina yam ye futa yenna nyame ase o ba bia wode adu enye no nko a enne president Mahama ka kire yen say oba be dane Ghana a construction zone na sa construction zone na o kan no bia ba bia wo be fe bia no ye road construction
adwuma akoso
me akasa ahafo Tapago so meru and the NDC ebra Papa John Mahama was 2015 and 2016 no and ye de kose under Cocoa Road ye kwanu kra bedu somewhere hwidiem MPP buy no mo hote ye okay $10 million
yes
am de ko no mu tea no see ye audit of the Cocoa
yes say from aban e ko hwidiem
me say and now me video no me the video na mo sa video Tapago so main road no and the construction e koso a ye at fast e dia ma tepa ahafofo ye nso yate de yesu anya ye de na wo so no machines a ye de bebu kwan so me say under the big push ye mo finance minister abaso ye mo ye Kwame Agbodza road minister amaso ye oba John Dramani Mahama and ahafo regional minister and ahafo minister president
meba
hwanya ye
yo this project na ekoso ni nyina no enye wo man ya na adomo say sikani wo man ni mo now all of a sudden
you know that the interesting aspect the interesting aspect they say the here nyina no public debt aye beto ya na enam 760 billion Ghana cedis no and na public debt na swate aba somewhere 635 billion wama.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.